Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And current UFC bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw has spoke about his upcoming rematch with Cody Garbrandt, and he said there's no way Cody Garbrandt deserves this rematch, but I'm happy to knock his ass out again. Face down, ass up, asking for more. Either way, let's get into this, man. TJ Dillashaw, this is what he had to say exactly. I don't think in any form does Cody deserve the rematch. But I'm happy to do it. The UFC obviously wants it, so I mean, if they want it, they're going to pump this up. For whatever reason, they want to put Cody in there. I think it's a great fight for me. He doesn't deserve it whatsoever on the sports side of it, but I'm a businessman, and I'm going to go out there and put him away. That's dope to see from the current UFC bantamweight TJ Dillashaw. He could be one of those guys that whines and cries and says, no, I don't want to give him the rematch. I had to wait 2 years to get my rematch. Why does he get an immediate rematch and I don't get an immediate rematch? TJ Dillashaw could be taking this situation a lot worse, you know what I'm saying, like some other champions might, if you know the details, which I'll cover briefly, because if you've been following the channel for a while, you know what's going on here and why TJ Dillashaw is saying this. TJ Dillashaw is now the two-time UFC bantamweight champion. The first time he won the belt, when he was the champion, he lost the belt to Dominic Cruz in a close split decision. And so whenever you lose a close fight, a lot of people think you get an immediate rematch as a champion. Hell, you know, you see some champions like Luke Rockhold. He was the champion, right? He got knocked out by Michael Bisping, who took the fight on short notice. First round, Luke Rockhold, even though a lot of people felt like he would win the rematch or the trilogy fight, he didn't. He still hasn't got his title shot back, and he was knocked out. But then you look at Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She got knocked out by Rose Namajunas. She got the immediate rematch. You look at Cody Garbrandt, knocked out, immediate rematch. So it's really up to the UFC. You know, if the UFC feels like they want this person in a title fight, then they might get an immediate rematch. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't, then you might have to work your way back like a TJ Dillashaw. Because TJ Dillashaw, this is part of what goes into it. Not only did he not get an immediate rematch, he took about 2 years to get back to the title. He had to beat a #1 contender on a huge card at UFC 200. Did that. Then a lot of people thought, okay, now it's definitely TJ's time. And Cody Garbrandt got to skip him. The number 6th ranked bantamweight got to skip him for another title shot. Ended up beating Dominic Cruz. And so now TJ Dillashaw's got to fight one more #1 contender fight at UFC 207, right? So TJ Dillashaw lost his title in a close fight and had to beat 2 #1 contenders to get another rematch, when there's some people that get knocked out and they get through right back in the title. So with that being said, it's really up to who the UFC is pushing, you know, kind of. That's something that opened to my eyes in this video, in this what TJ Dillashaw had to say, because he said so if they want it, they're gonna pump this up, because he said Cody doesn't deserve the rematch. But as a businessman, this is smart, because Cody Garbrandt is the fight the fans want to see the most. So that's why the UFC wants him in there, because the fans, I'm telling you, the casual fans, the ones the UFC cares about, the microwave and the people that only watch big cards, those people, they want to see Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw too. They don't know about TJ Dillashaw losing a split decision. They don't know about TJ Dillashaw beating 2 #1 contenders waiting for his title shot. All they know about is Cody Garbrandt and, you know, the trash talk, the build up. Cody Garbrandt almost knocked him down. He was the champion. So they want to see that rematch because the fight was so close. And if the fans want to see the rematch, the casual fans are dying for the rematch, then the UFC wants that. That's more money for the UFC, because the casual fans is who the UFC is really worried about. That's who comes over when Conor McGregor's fighting. The casual fans don't know shit about. They probably couldn't name the top 5 of these divisions, but they'll tell you they want to see Cody Garbrandt back in that octagon. So with that being said, that's a big reason to why Cody's getting the rematch. And so with that being said, as a businessman, yeah, as a fighter and a martial artist, no, I want to fight the #1 contender on some Khabib shit, right? You know, Khabib, I'm going to make him humble. You got to fight the #1 contender. But as a businessman and a smart human being, you're going to take the Cody Garbrandt fight if you want the most money. You're going to take the Conor McGregor fight if you want the most money. It's just what a lot of people would do. And even if you're a fighter and you would rather, like TJ Dillashaw, fight Jimmy Rivera or Dominic Cruz or any of these guys, well, if you're going to be put in a fight with Cody Garbrandt You're going to get probably more media, you know what I'm saying? It's probably going to be on a bigger card because the fans want to see it, so the UFC is going to push it more. So you could take the route of, you know, like Rose Namajunas. She didn't have to give Joanna Jędrzejczyk an immediate rematch, but as soon as Joanna came back, she was going to be fighting for the belt. So Rose could have fought like a Jessica Andrade first, right? And if Jessica Andrade would have won, then Joanna's still fighting for the title when she gets back. But Rose Namajunas, as a businesswoman, it really was smarter to fight Joanna Jędrzejczyk in an immediate rematch because it's kind of a win-win. If you lose, you possibly have a trilogy, and if you win, there's no more Joanna. You're the official queen of strawweight. So Rose Namajunas, in the very beginning, was kind of talking about, you know, I don't think she deserves an immediate rematch. You know, she tapped the strikes. You know, so I might fight the next #1 contender. But after a few months went by, I don't know, her team, manager, maybe UFC, she ended up taking the Joanna Jędrzejczyk rematch. And from a business perspective, that was the best fight for Rose Namajunas, just like the Cody Garbrandt fight is probably the best fight for TJ, because it's a fight you've already won for one, and for two, it's the fight the fans want to see the most. So, hey, if you're TJ Dillashaw, fuck it, let's get it. Let me show these people it wasn't no fluke, and hey, it is what it is. We're going to have another great fight in the main event of UFC 227 between TJ Dillashaw and Cody Garbrandt, former teammates, former rivals. Going to be another great fight. With that being said, it is what it is. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. And as always, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm out.
This is #1 bullshit.